This is the code that sets up a Telegram bot and interacts with the Firestore database and an external API to retrieve the country data. The first step is importing the necessary modules. The first one is Firebase Admin App. This is used to initialize the Firebase Admin SDK and Firebase Admin Firestore. This is used to interact with the Firestore, which is a NoSQL database provided by the Firebase. And the No Telegram Bot API. This enables us to interact with the Telegram Bot API and create a Telegram bot. And the HTTPS, the built-in Node.js module for making the HTTP request. And a Telegram bot token is provided and stored in the token variable, and this token is obtained from the bot further. The Firebase Admin SDK initialization. So, the Firebase Admin SDK is initialized using the initialize app function with a server account credentials. The service account credentials are obtained from a service account.json file, and this is the service account.json file. Firestone initialization. The Firestone database instance is created using the get firestore function. This instance DB, this DB will use it to interact with the Firestone database. And the core sets up a event listener for the message event emitted by the Telegram bot. And this message is a variable that stores the message sent by the user. The code is if the message text is equals to history. So it calls the retrieve search history function. Or if the search message is not a history, it comes into the else part, and here the text message. So if the message text is not the history, the code proceeds to make an HTTP request to the URL REST countries. And this is an external API that retrieves country data based on user's input. The response data is accumulated in the data Z variable. Storing the data to Firestore. So here we store the data entered by the user in the Firestore database. The code stores the search data to the Firestore database by adding a new document to the country data collection. The document contains two fields which holds user input and user ID. So user ID which represents the Telegram chat ID to the user. And next we come to the sending back to the user. So this is where the information we obtain from the external API we send back to the user. The code stores the search data and Firestore database by adding new document to country data collection. So this constructed response message is sent back to the user a telegram message using the bot. So, and this is the code that will send back the country message to the user. So here I wrote catch blocks to control the exceptions raised in the try block. And next, this is the function to retrieve the stored search information from the Firestore. So the code defines a function retrieves search history that retrieves the stored search history from the Firestore database. It uses a query to filter documents in the country data collection based on the user ID field, which matches the chat ID provided as an argument in the function. Handling search history retrieval. Inside the retrieve search history function, the code performs a Firestore query to find the documents that matches the user ID. If there is no history found for the user, no history found message, this is the no history found message is sent to the user. Otherwise, it constructs a message containing the search history and sends it back to the user. And error handling for the search history retrieval. Proper error handling is implemented for retrieving the search history from Firestore. If there is an error fetching history, an error message is logged and the bot sends a sorry something went wrong message to the user. And in summary, the code creates a Telegram bot that acts as a simple country information lookup tool, allowing the users to query the country search details by sending country names to the bot. It also maintains the search history for each user, enabling them to retrieve their previous search queries using the history command.
This is my chatbot I have created, and this will give the names of the countries and and their capitals if we enter a valid country. So we can see here when we enter a name which is not a country, it gives an error message that sorry, the name you have given is not a country. So this is how it works. When we enter a country name, that is a valid country name, it will give the results of the capital and the country currencies. So like that, we can search for any country to get their information regarding capital and currencies. So if we want to get the search history, we also type backslash history to get the our search history. So this is how the chatbot works. Thank you.